Graduating through Unisa. Today I'm going to take you with me on a process of going to a university that you don't know, or I don't know, anything about except for what I've read on the internet, trying to complete the last 12 credits of my degree from Nelson Mandela University. Where am I going to go and who I'm going to speak to, I don't know, but I've got a Google Maps coordinate, so that's all I can say for now. But welcome to the video.
Wait, what?
Sweet. Away, fellow Zamjammers. In this video, I'm going to do all that stuff that I said in the intro, but here's some background as to, where I stand and why I need to do this. So, I am a computer science and statistics student at NMU. 2 years ago, I applied to do extra modules like multimedia systems, which is filmmaking, and a lot of other media, as well as web design. And totally, the credits should have made me be able to not have to do a second year maths module, basically. That is at least what one of the lecturers told me. So I did that, and then in third year I found out that I will need those credits from second year to graduate, i.e. 2 credits to graduate. So what I did was I applied in the end of the year to graduate with 2 credits short, and they seemed very positive, but 2 days ago they emailed me saying that I would not be able to graduate 2 credits short. Now I have to find a second year module to replace that through Unisa, and hopefully Nelson Mandela University will say it's alright for me to do that module from Unisa and I can graduate. Why do I want to do it this way? Well, because my family is here in Joburg and there's no more money to pay for me to stay in Port Elizabeth independently. So that's where we stand. NSFAS is also an option. We're going to look into that, but this video is about going to Unisa to graduate, obviously, with the short credits that I have and stay here in Joburg. So here we go. Just arrived at Unisa in Johannesburg, Florida. I've already got a student card, look at that. No, that's just the parking entry. But I have got the forms that I will be needing for these modules, and I'm hoping I can take these modules to them there at Unisa, show them, and I know registrations have already closed for the year, but if they could just show me that there is a similar module and I could get the outline of that, have it printed out, and they get a verbal consent from the people in charge over at NMU, then it's looking good. Also then, if they have a NSFAS office on campus where I can go and see if NSFAS will actually pay for this. So let's see. This is what I got out of going to the campus. Okay, so once I got my parking and my little parking desk, the security guard directed me to the information desk, and from there all of the procedural stuff started happening. First I had to ask them why I couldn't access the module information on the website, because it said course material closed or unavailable until closer to registration, which is only for me if it's in the second semester in June. So what can I do? So all they could do for me at the information desk was print out all of the modules from second year and third year for computer science at Unisa. So that was the first piece of paper that I got, and then they told me they couldn't do anything more. I would have to go to the science officer or the science faculty officer, whatever. I went to them, and then they, after enough negotiating, said they would print out all of the course information for all of these modules. And my last endeavor on the Unisa campus was to get NSFAS's approval to say that they would pay for me to move over. Now that is where the problem came. First of all, we had to go to the foyer, and there was a lady right in the entrance hall of this whole building, addressing people, like speaking to them, telling them, you know, where to go and all of that. And we waited there for an age, and this was outside of the NSFAS offices. I went into the NSFAS offices, and there was a line over there as well, and the guy said he couldn't help us. He was waiting for the lady who was helping people outside. So, I mean, I think that kind of defeated the point of the object, splitting them up, you know, so that one person can be telling people where to go and all of that, and the other person inside the office when he's dependent on the first lady anyways. But yeah, so I went back from his queue that was dormant, waiting for this lady, back to this lady's queue, because that's where I was initially. And then she eventually got to me. She was happy and all of that, so that's cool. I commend her for that, you know, working on her feet and dealing with student after student. She heard my request to complete my degree via Unisa, and then she said, you can write your name on my list. So I wrote my name on her list, and then after that she moved on to the next student, and I said, what's going to happen after I've written my name on your list? She says, I'll take a look, and if I feel like it, you know, I'll let you know to take the step further. And I didn't know if that meant like she's going to contact me or what exactly, but yeah, so she did that. I had my name written on her list, and she moved on to the next student, and then eventually she disappeared, and eventually another lady came out addressing a completely irrelevant issue to me, talking about the fact that Unisa couldn't provide textbooks to all students. But don't let that get you down, because, you know, you're just going to work harder and screw the system basically. You can still write your assignments without the textbook. And I mean, I was quite surprised, because these students who are in the line here for NSFAS probably don't even have like internet access at home, and now you want them to write their assignments without the textbooks. I mean, come on, can't we make another plan? Can't we get a digital copy of those textbooks to these students to even read on their phones? I don't know, but that wasn't relevant to me, and that seemed to be quite a dismissing speech that she gave to all of us, you know, all nicely, and like she's like, I love you guys, cool, thank you. And she even started by saying, you know, some of you have been here already and you know what I'm going to talk about. Like, you know what speech this is that I'm going to give you. And then after she was finished, people were like, okay, well, now we know that other lady's not coming back, as if to say, you know, we've been helped. Like, this was to make us feel like we've been helped, and now we must just go back. And I spoke to some students who woke up, who left for Unisa campus at 6 o'clock this morning, and they've been running around this whole procedural thing the whole day. Guys, so as you can see, this is what happens when systems aren't managed properly. I hate to, you know, bring in like a complaining tone to this vlog, but I guess what can you expect, except for a lot of red tape and running around procedures that have been made overly complex by putting too many people in too many jobs. It could have just been simplified if everyone sat at the different desks, you know, the kiosks 1, 2, 3, 4, and everyone, like all the NSFAS people, for example, were just working at their kiosks and dealing with multiple students at a time. I mean, even just starting in the first line that I had to wait for, I mean, there were 3 ladies, but only one of them was busy helping students, and the other 2 were just like, one had a closed sign, but she was talking to somebody, like having a fat chat about this and that, and the other lady was just, I mean, going through papers and talking to a guy who was like there at the side of her table. But I mean, yeah, one person at that desk. Then at the science office, the science faculty, there was also just one guy dealing with a line of students that had been waiting to you know, get assistance. And then again at the NSFAS thing, I think it's so crazy. Can't we just have a few people working there on the front end instead of splitting up the jobs? I don't know. That's a rant. That's my rant. Maybe I'll change my mind about it later, but that's my first-hand experience. And as for the vlog, I don't know if when you started this video you expected me to like complete the whole process. I'm not sure if that's how it works in some countries, but over here, systematic procedures take days and a lot of red tape. So yeah, I mean, here we are. I'm gonna have to go back, but yeah, we were dismissed, and right now I'm going to get ready for my Xhosa lesson, because we're gonna talk. I said on my channel we're gonna have weekly talks, Xhosa lessons, and my Xhosa teacher at 4:30 he'll be ready for a Skype call, and we might actually talk about some things that aren't necessarily Xhosa, but like, you know, to make it interesting, just to ask him his perspective as a Xhosa person about some things happening here in South Africa, because there are just some topics which I can't talk about freely, or at least I feel that way because I am white, and a lot of the things that are going on in this country have to do with race, and he is someone whose opinion I respect, who is a respectable person overall, and I would love to have a conversation with him and talk to him about a few of these things. But yes, that is it. That is this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the Your South African when video, the collab video, which I've been preparing for. You can take a look at my channel. One of the playlists I've got is Your South African when, but the whole compilation is going to be going in a video on this channel very soon. So yes, like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe, please do, if you're new here, because I make a lot of content. I'm going for like 4 vlogs a week at the moment. We're going to see how that goes, but yes, that's just how my day went, and me trying to put it into a medium that kind of made sense. I hope it made sense. Thanks guys, and cheers.